Hello, Rough Riders in the Port Angeles community. I'm Daniel Manuel.
I'm Abby Bowman, and welcome to the Port Angeles School District Veterans Day Special.
This week, Abby and I went out to Port Angeles elementary schools asking students what they thought of Veterans Day. Let's hear what they have to say.
We have a big celebration in the gym, and we invite all the families, veterans and stuff to talk about it, and we sing songs, and yeah.
Nice, that sounds fun.
I read a lot of books, and I have a lot of Army toys, and that's what I want to be when I grow up.
You want to be in the Army when you grow up?
Yes.
That's really cool. So what's your favorite part about Veterans Day?
I get to send my grandpa's a letter.
That's really cool.
Because two of my grandpas, my grandpa Larry was in the Coast Guard, and my grandpa Rick served in Vietnam.
Like celebrating it by like sending cards or saying thank you to the veterans or placing flowers or flags on the graves of dead veterans. My uncle and my grandpa served in the wars, I think in Vietnam.
It's a day to honor the people who have fought in the war, the people who are dead, and the people who are alive. And honor my great-grandpa who died fighting in World War II, I think.
Wow, that's really special.
Okay, so Veterans Day is about when people celebrate the people who have fought in the Army or the Marines or any of those people. But it doesn't have to be people who have died. It can also be people who have who are still actually in the Marines or something right now.
That we celebrate the people that have gone to the war and fought for the rights of freedom, and for the ones who died fighting.
It means respecting the fallen and the ones that are in it right now, and like honoring them and being thankful for what they've done for us.
I have a cousin named Adrian Cuevas, and he's been toured in Iraq and Afghanistan for a couple of years, and he is a gunner on a Humvee, if you would call it, and his truck went over a bomb, and he flew back. His best friend, who was in the front seat, died, and my cousin almost broke his back because he fell to the ground pretty hard.
We celebrate Veterans Day for people who were in the Army that aren't in the Army anymore, and because they fought for our country.
It means to me like the people that fought for the Army, they sacrificed their lives because they wanted to save the people that might have died if they might have died if they weren't there.
Honoring veterans on Veterans Day makes me truly grateful that the men and women who either lost in war or in war did service. Men and women give up part of their lives for our freedom and independence. People in the armed forces give up their time to be trained and equipped with weapons. Men and women in the Army give up time for their families. They don't get to see their wife and kids in the war.
Veterans Day is a special day for me. Getting to honor family, friends, and even strangers that served our country is fun. Everyone that participated in saving our country deserves to be honored. Making all of those sacrifices, they sacrificed seeing their family, even risking their lives. They also gave up some of their own rights. I can go on, but I won't. I know if I was away from my family that I would cry. My uncle was in the Army. He was stationed in Iraq. He told us he had fun traveling, and he had some pictures that looked like he had much fun. But I'm sure that it was still very hard to hurt, even kill some of the human race, even though it might have been for our country's safety and freedom. I would still think that it was very hard.
Our teacher wrote us
a thing that said George Washington said, first in war, first in peace, and first in the hearts of his countrymen.
That it celebrates the people that were in the Army, Coast Guard, and military. I don't know the other ones.
What's your favorite part about Veterans Day?
That we get the weekend off.
Nice.
To me, Veterans Day means to be thankful. It means to show thankfulness to the people who risked their own lives for our country and for our people. Throughout the whole year, they fought in war for our country to be free. So from now on, we recognize November 11th to be a country of freedom, and to thank the brave people who risked their lives for our country.
They are so cute. Now let's hear from Captain Picker, a veteran at Port Angeles High School.
Well, good morning, and thank you very much for asking me about Veterans Day. A lot of people don't know that Veterans Day was originally called Armistice Day, which was to celebrate the end of World War I, and then also to honor all the veterans who served in World War I. Now, the president who started this was President Wilson. Later on, before World War II, it was changed to Veterans Day to celebrate all living veterans. Now, not to be confused with Memorial Day. Memorial Day is really to celebrate those veterans who fell in the course of their duties in battle. Okay, so Veterans Day is to celebrate all veterans, living or deceased. And so today is a wonderful day for anybody to say thank you to anybody who served in any kind of capacity serving their country. So thank you very much.
Cody Shields also prepared his own part to recognize Veterans Day. Let's see what he has for us.
Hello, I'm Cody Shields, and this is my father, Mike Shields, and I'm here to interview him and ask him a few questions about Veterans Day. On to it. Dad, what does Veterans Day mean to you?
Well, Veterans Day is a day to celebrate our men and women who have served our country, and to maybe pause and reflect and thank them for the service that they have done.
Alright. So, are you related to Marvin Glenn Shields in any way?
Marvin is my father's brother, which would make him my uncle.
Oh, okay. Do you know why he was so renowned, or why he's so renowned around Port Townsend?
Well, he was the first Navy Seabee, which are construction mechanics, not necessarily, they are trained to fight, but that is not their main job.
Okay.
He was in Vietnam. They were building a base and came under heavy attack. Over 800 South Vietnamese. He was supplying ammo for returning heavy fire. Was wounded, kept supplying ammo, was wounded again, and saved another gravely wounded fellow Seabee. Kept supplying ammo, wounded twice, and they were under heavy fire from a 50 millimeter machine gun emplacement. The chief or commander asked for a volunteer to help him take out this heavy arms fire. He volunteered. The two of them managed to take out this gun emplacement, and returning back to base, he was mortally wounded.
So, can you tell me where we can maybe pay respects to Marvin Glenn Shields sometime this upcoming Veterans Day?
Well, he was buried at the Gardner Cemetery, of course, in the small town of Gardner. The Navy does a very good job of keeping the place upkept, and a nice memorial to not only Marvin but other veterans in the area that were buried there.
Okay. Do you have any last comments about Veterans Day?
No, maybe if you see a veteran around town, someone in uniform, go up, shake their hand, and thank them for their service.
All right, well, thanks, Dad.
Thank you, Cody. On Veterans Day, remember to think of all those who have served or are serving for our country.
And that's a wrap for this week, guys. Thanks for watching.